Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Flutter Original. And this time, I'm very excited because I have a different guest compared to my other guests. Because I usually talk to other of packages and I pair program with them. However, this time I have someone awesome who is an author, but he's making videos and tutorials for FlutterMapp YouTube channel. Let me welcome LP to this show. Hi, LP. How's it going?
Hi, finding you.
So, well, I found you. Probably many people don't know you, including myself. But they know your good content, your channel, and they've seen your probably videos many times on YouTube. And do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us what you do and who you are, where you live, and what you do? Go ahead.
I live in Montreal, Canada, and I do YouTube for Flutter tutorials. That's pretty much it. It's very simple.
Very simple and short. But how did you ended up having a YouTube channel? So what's the story behind it?
So the story behind it is very simple also. I was looking to learn Flutter, and all the videos were like 10 minutes to explain something in 15 seconds. So I told myself, what if I just create a Flutter channel and I explain everything in like super fast?
Okay,
So,
and you
so
did that. When
yeah.
did you start your YouTube channel?
1st January 2021, so 1 year and a half ago.
Oh, that is impressive. You have around above 100K subscriber, don't you?
Yeah, yeah.
But that's very impressive. Like in about a year and a half, how did you do that?
Uh, so many things to do. First, just consistently posting will teach you a lot, and then you just every time you make a new video, you learn something new, and eventually it will just like snowball. It's the snowball effect. I read many books about it, watching YouTube videos like how to be a YouTuber and stuff like that, and eventually you understand what work or not.
Okay, let's actually take a moment and talk about it right now. Because
Yeah,
whenever I watch a video and I talk to other YouTubers and I say, "Oh, how did you do that?" They say, "Oh, I learned that. I read that." Let's take a moment and let me ask you step by step. So you
perfect.
started your YouTube channel in 2021. It was
Yeah,
like during the lockdown and COVID, probably.
yeah, exactly.
And after a year and a half, you learned a lot. You posted a lot of videos. How many videos until today, which is like in July 2022? How many videos have you posted?
It's like 100, 200. I can tell you in 5, 3, 196 videos.
196 videos. So it's like literally every week one video, like
Yeah,
almost one. Oh,
yeah,
that's impressive. That's a consistency. That's a consistency everyone is talking about, perhaps. Okay, that's the first step. Consistency. Every week
exactly.
you made a video and you did it for like 190 weeks, which is quite a lot of time for sure. And
Yeah.
you started from some videos perhaps didn't have that much watch time and so stuff like that. How did you promote your videos at that time? What did you do?
Okay, so I've tried many things. When I started, first, your video will always be very bad when you start. Anyone can understand this. And to promote them, I went on Twitter, Reddit, and all the social media to post those things. But I'm not sure if it was like the best thing to do because the best is just let the YouTube algorithm do the work and give the video to the audience. Like
Hmm.
YouTube have an audience of people that want to learn Flutter, and you create video. YouTube will find your video and give it to the audience.
Oh, that's interesting.
Was
Okay, let's take a moment here and talk about this right now. You
yeah,
so you're a lot of people thinking like, okay, if they have 100K Twitter followers, then if they post a video, then they should probably get 100K watch or maybe subscriber, but that doesn't happen. And that's because you said, well, YouTube has its own algorithm, its own optimization and stuff like that. But when you say that, is it like by a luck? Is it like you're lucky that one of like couple of your videos probably picked up with the algorithm, or you've done really something to make that happen?
Okay, so the first breakout on the channel was 30 Flutter tips and tricks. That was the first breakout of the channel. And I think it was something missing on YouTube at the moment because there was not a lot of like top something or big like 30 best things of Flutter. So I found a problem, put something into YouTube, and it's kind of solved it. Yeah,
Did you do any other optimization to the video or to those things that you posted at that time?
yeah, sure. There is something called vidIQ, or I don't know the other one, TubeBuddy. You can just search keywords like Flutter tips, and it will tell
Yeah.
you how many search terms it is for this. So what I did is just like go on this vidIQ thing and just search for the most searched things and make video
Yeah.
about it.
So
Because yeah,
technically, so let's say technically you use some kind of like tools to help you to find out what is the best for like
yeah,
maybe your title, your tags and stuff like that, right?
yeah, for sure. You
Okay.
want to optimize.
So um let me ask you this question. I think it's a question for from many. So after how many videos you've seen like a rapid growth? Like I assume that in the first few videos it's probably very slowly a slow growth, let's say, right?
Yeah.
And then suddenly it will pick up if you're lucky or you're doing a good job, and
Yeah.
obviously you're doing that. So how was your experience with that?
100 videos is pretty much like the baseline. If you do 100 videos, then at some point you will pick up. It's just a matter of doing those 100 videos without any views, and it's
Mhm.
okay to not have views when we start.
Okay.
Yeah,
100 videos means 100. If you want to post, let's say, per week, one
yeah,
video. So that means 100 weeks.
yeah. Or you can
And
just shortcut and do two per weeks.
well, so the point here is that the more video you have, the better. That's your point.
Yeah, when you
Wait,
start, quantity is more important than quality.
I see.
Yeah, because you learn
S-
so much from quantity.
But then, okay, you mentioned a couple of times about quality, sorry, quantity and quality, and the things that
Yeah,
you learned. So, if you want to name a few things, maybe five, six tips that you learned. So, and the most important ones that you can remember as well. There are something that you learn and it's quite tiny and you forget about it, right? But there are
yeah,
things that are quite big and always try to, keep in your mind when you're posting a video, for example. What are those? If you want to actually tell us,
yeah. Sure, sure. Okay, the first thing I do is, does people search this thing first? So I will not do like a video like I don't know how to build a random application no one have ever
yeah,
heard about. You will do like how to build TikTok, how to build YouTube. It's people will search more for this. Then you can open a private tab on Google Chrome and go on YouTube and start just writing Flutter, and then you will see all the suggestions. So this is all the thing people search the most. So you just do a video
really,
about it. Yeah, yeah, it will give you all the suggestion. Another tips you can do is you search on YouTube Flutter, then you filter by views and you filter by last year. So you will see all the videos that performed the best from this year, and then you check which one interests you, and you do the same thing but with your own twist.
I see.
So yeah, that's how I found the 30 tips and tricks. Because Fireship, pretty sure you know Fireship.
Yeah,
Yeah, Fireship did a video about it, like 7 tips and tricks, and it works very well. So I thought to myself, if it worked for him, it should work for me also.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well,
So
that's interesting. That's interesting. So technically, you
yeah,
also learned from other people's video and performance, let's say, on their
yeah,
videos,
sure.
and that's interesting. So, but that means, LP, that means you have to have some kind of like a full-time job here because you have to spend so
Oh,
much time analyzing this stuff so or investigating about these kind of things. How
yeah.
did you find this time? So is it like you're working full-time, or did you work full-time before now working on your YouTube channel? How's your working situation?
Yeah, so I was working full time as a Flutter developer when I start, and yeah, the time to search all those things is just, it was very fun. So it was not like a task kind of. You know, when you play video games, it's fun. You have fun doing it, and it was the same thing. So if you don't have like the pleasure to do it, then it's harder for sure.
Don't Okay, so in other words, like, that might, I mean, this type of work, it's not for everyone, so you definitely need to have like this kind of like a feeling of enjoyment. Otherwise you're just gonna be disappointed at some point because you don't see the growth, you don't see the that's what you want to see, let's say. Okay, so now you said you had a Flutter job, and
Uh,
so do you still have that job, or you work at, no?
no,
What do you do
I
now?
don't. I just do YouTube full time. That
You
was
just
my
do
dream.
YouTube full time.
Yeah, that was my dream job from a long time ago. So I
Okay,
took
that's
it.
interesting. But like,
Yeah,
when you say that, is it like you quit your job after you know you can earn some money, or is it like you just took some risk and say, "Oh, I'm just gonna quit and work on this"? How's your
yeah.
experience there?
I quit. I quit a little bit early because yeah, I took some risk. I didn't earn any money when I quit my job. I had like 10K subscribers, but yeah, it was a proof of concept that it can work. So I just said to myself like, "Fuck it, let's do it."
But then
But yeah,
after 10K subscriber, did you have like some earning from YouTube that you could think about that?
yeah, but YouTube very don't pay well. Like I don't know if you want to look at the analytics later, but it don't pay well at all. Like right now, I make maybe $300 per month, 300 four
Oh,
hundred dollar per month, on average.
but then if it's like that's low, then how do you do like full time on YouTube? So
Yeah,
it just
so
doesn't pay your bills, does it?
no, it don't pay like maybe 30-40K per year if I sell courses on the side. But I will 100% choose anytime 40K per year than like much more and not enjoying it. Like
Interesting.
yeah, YouTube is so much better
So
in my opinion.
technically, the YouTube itself doesn't give you that much money. It's
Yeah,
actually the side of YouTube
yeah,
things that you're creating that gives. That's a very good tip. So maybe a course, a book, or whatever else that just maybe helps that to earn some money. That's a good tip. It's a good tip. So
yeah.
so now you have around 100K or more than that, maybe 100. It was last time 109,000 subscriber. I checked, and it's impressive. So what's your plan for your channel? So do you want to continue as is, or you have other plans? Anything exciting that you can share?
Yeah, sure. So the plan is very simple. Is hire hire people to to produce at the end more video every week. So the goal will be maybe 5 video per weeks on FlutterMapp. That would be the goal. The goal, and take the money received from YouTube and pay like people to produce more content.
Oh, that's interesting. So eventually you're gonna turn into like a content creation studio or something like that, where your work is just to produce content every day, let's say.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
that's very interesting. Have you ever encountered like any situation that people are coming to you and say, "Hey, we want you like as I don't know, someone who can promote our product or something like that and give you some kind of money and say, "Hey, promote our product." Is that a situation happened to you?
Yeah, I did it only once yet, but if if someone really wants it, he can search for sponsor. But I don't do it because uh, I don't need like, I don't know. I just don't need like the money right now. I prefer just creating videos. I don't know. I'm not
Okay.
like, I had a good savings on the side before I quit my job. That's for sure, because otherwise it would have been stupid. Um, so yeah, you can have sponsor. It will give you good money, I will say, and yeah,
That's good.
that's yeah.
That's
uh,
good. So, well, LP, let's talk a little bit about the content as well, and then wrap it up.
okay.
So, first question: how did you find the idea of the videos? Like, is it like random coming to you, or you're planning literally something and then make a video about it, or how does that work? What's your process?
Yeah, so the process to create videos is always the same. Search what is the most searched terms, do video about it. Like, by example, you can go in any Flutter channel, filter by views, take the video that has the most views, and just
Hmm.
do the same video but better. So
Yeah,
people will
yeah.
click on your video next time.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah,
that's useful.
that's the goal. Just remake the thing that already exists, but make it 2 times better.
Yeah, okay, that's a good tip. And about the videos themselves. So
Yeah.
um how do you like create these videos? What's your process? Do you like make the screenshot the screen recordings and then voice over it? Like there are different approaches, so can you explain about your approach? How do you approach the video recordings and editing and stuff? Like who is editing your video, for example?
I doing everything. So as for now, but I just like have someone that help me right now to edit, but we have not really released those video yet. But okay, so you want the process? Just can you see me, because I can't see you on my side?
Yes, I can see you, just go ahead.
Okay, perfect. So the process is not complex, but is very long for real. Like, I will create all the code, make sure everything works fine. Then I will delete chunks by chunks, line by line, and I will speak while doing Control Z. So the text will come back. All the code will come back. Otherwise, if you write the code at the same time you speak, it's super slow and like people will leave. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah. So I just, that's the vision, is just doing it super fast. So you just do Control Z, and then after you have a long video, maybe for 1 hour of you Control Z and talking. Then you cut every section you don't need. You chunk this in like 5 minutes, and you publish this on YouTube. Um,
yeah, okay.
yeah,
But
and
I imagine the editing process is going to be very time consuming.
mhm. When you start, it's very long, but you find techniques, and you understand what you need to waste your time on or not. That's for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the last question maybe is what kind of gears like you use? A lot of people think that they have to have like very expensive gears and maybe stuff like that. What's your advice on that? What do you use?
I use a sure
Sure,
SM7B.
SM7B.
Yeah,
Yes.
and with some bugs that I have no idea what we call those, like cloud and stuff like that. You can use any mics that that works well. Any mics, it can cost $50. At the end, if the person can hear you well, that's perfect. For the recording, I just use OBS. I don't have like a big camera or anything for FlutterMap. Just OBS. You record the screen. That's it. You need a $50 mic, maybe. I
Okay.
would say, yeah.
Well, that's a good tip. So then you don't need that fancy stuff. Let's say that much fancy stuff. So you can do with like lowest possible gears, of course, and make such a great YouTube channel with over 100K.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing. All right, fantastic. LP, anything else that you want to share with us? Any tips, tricks? I don't know. Any advice, suggestions, feedback? Please, that's your time.
Yeah.
Last words.
Yeah, sure. Well, one of the best tip would be the thumbnail. If someone don't know what it is just the image on YouTube when the people click on it. The thumbnail is so important. If you don't have the click, you don't have the view. That's simple as that. So maybe I will spend like 2 hours, 3 hours just to create a thumbnail. I can waste a lot of time for this, but it's always worth it. So thumbnail, very important. Yeah. And another tip maybe, I don't know if it can help, but I create all the thumbnails and titles before I even record the video.
Oh,
Yeah, because if you record the video and then you realize the thumbnail is not clickable, then you just waste so many time. So you just make sure that everything is really packaging well and clickable. Then you understand it can work. Then you can work on the video.
that's very interesting.
Yeah.
So do you have like the plan to continue working on Flutter, right? Or you at some point you may even change your channel name to something else and maybe continue doing other things. Is that a
Yeah.
possibility?
No, this channel will stay FlutterMap, and I will create other channel on the other side, but for other audience. That's the
Okay.
goal. Yeah. So I will keep it Flutter only, and yeah, the goal is one
Perfect.
video per week always.
Okay, perfect. So LP, then I know that you mentioned you're not really into getting emails or I don't know some messages and stuff. Although you were very kind and answered to me, and now you're on this show, thank you very much. But if people wants to reach out to you or maybe talk to you or give you, I don't know, some money, say, "Oh, you're doing a great job. Give this money and do more stuff."
Yeah.
So then, how can they reach out?
On Twitter or info@fluttermap.com. I think it's more for business. I watch them all, but I answer sometimes.
Yeah. Okay. Makes sense.
Like
Makes
anyone.
sense.
Yeah.
All right. Perfect. I think it was very interesting, at least to me, to see that like it is possible within a year and a half to reach to like 100K subscriber on YouTube, especially for such a niche target. Like Flutter is a niche, target
Yeah.
for sure. And that's so impressive. Great. I wish you having a great, let's say, future ahead of your time with FlutterMap. Hopefully, I'll see 1 million subscriber in the end of the year. So, and if that happens, then you have to come back again and say, what did you do? So
Yeah.
to make that happen. But thank you very much, LP. If you want to say anything else, stage is yours. Otherwise, I think we can wrap it up.
Okay. So last thing, if anytime you need help or if you want me and you like review your channel just to make it grow, anytime I'm down. I always love talking about YouTube.
That's very, very nice. I hope that sometime you can, in the future, you create your own maybe course about growing YouTube channels or stuff like that. So I probably buy that myself. We'll
Yeah.
see. But
Thank you.
thank you very much, LP. Then have a great day and thank you for watching. I hope that this video was helpful to you and you can start your channel, grow it very fast, and good luck.
Thank
See
you
you
very
next
much.
time.